is broken.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, right? Especially
It's
when you
just
think of like
yes.
tech of like you know the whiplash, right? Where it's like
Yeah.
you know because Yumiko players kind of are the reason that that tech even got discovered because they were like, wait a second, when I do like these SIGs and leave these little forest wisp out, I can like dash a million times. What can I make with this? And then people were able to develop the tech from there. But Yumiko definitely cracked out. You won't be seeing her yet, or maybe not at all here, as Kyna is
Oh my
fishing
god.
with this Teros. Stomps here to close out the first stock. Yeah, SAC not quite ready for this one.
Yeah, SAC definitely not prepared, as Kyna is just getting away with a lot of free material right now. Throwing out the neutral signature is going to be connecting.
Ooh.
GC side lights.
Wow, that caught the spot dodge. SAC trying to get these boots going. The thing with boots, right, is like they're similar to like Katars and gauntlets, where it's like if you want to make these weapons work, you have to play in such an aggressive way because the hitboxes are not particularly large. You have to be really close to your opponent if you want to hit them. You saw that D-light there on sword that might have hit, but with boots, nah, you got to get a little bit closer.
I mean, especially on boots, you also have that extra factor of like, whenever you're hitting your opponent, you are going with them. Like, you are carrying your opponent with you into a specific direction, and you have to constantly be wary of wake-up options. And I mean, if you are scared of wake-up options, Teros is like the worst legend you can fight. He has the most insane signatures that he can wake up at any moment on Hammer. Kyna can just at any moment free fall a little bit, throw out that recovery. He can go for the stomp D-light. There are so many things that SAC needs to be wary of, and I'm not too familiar with the matchup myself because I don't play Battle Boots enough, but it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with those issues.
And the tough part here too is that I always talk about Kyna's game plan as very simple. You watch him play and it's like, yeah, I know exactly what he's trying to do. But the problem is, how do you stop him from doing it? Look at that. Side light nair, side light nair. He plays such a like Iron Fortress impenetrable neutral game that it's like where you find your moments. Great avoidance of that down tick, but Kyna will just hit you with N-light and D-light over and over again. You saw he tried right there until you lose your stock. Kyna doesn't care about the SIGs. He doesn't care about throwing out side air. He will N-light you, and then N-light you, and then D-light you, and then N-light you again. There it is again, another N-light, and that's just going to be the stock. That's how Kyna plays.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the same thing about use, right? Where Kyna, especially on the Teros, like, there isn't any secret. There's no magic. There are no tips and the tricks. It's just a difference of, like, Kyna is playing in the way that everyone knows how to play Teros, but better than anyone, and not making any mistakes, basically ever.
It's hard.
And how do you beat that? How do you beat that? I don't know. I think SAC is trying to figure it out just as I am.
Yeah, it's strange, right? Because I think the way that Yuz found success at BCX was, one, play Jaeyun, right? Which, what does that mean? It meant that if Yuz was ever able to win a neutral exchange and was able to properly read a dodge on Kyna.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I know. It's looking bad, right? It meant that he was able to get at least 3 hits for his troubles, right? In a scenario where you're like going blow for blow with Kyna, you're going to lose. It's Teros. So when you win, you have to get more damage than Kyna's doing to you. But a side light nair from Teros hits that much harder. Look at this. SAC's trying to trade with someone who's already a stock above him. SAC already looking like he's kind of throwing in the towel here, finally trying to get something started. But Kyna's already gotten so much of a lead built up.
Kyna makes it look so simple, man. He really makes it look so simple. I mean, a lot of people would argue, yeah, Axe is simple, which I mean, I would agree with, but like, I don't care what weapon you're hitting. Kyna has like a. I want to see after this game. What is Kyna? What is his accuracy for all of his light attacks? Because he's just not missing.
Jeez, man. And he's so good at tracking people. If there's anything I always said, it's that when the dash landing changes got added to the game, really what it did was buff South America in particular as a region, because it meant that players like Kyna were able to play a much more precise neutral. And look at how it's playing out here. One more end light, no, a side air is going to be what it does. A 3-stock destruction is going to be what Kyna puts onto SAC in that game too, which I'll be honest, Polly, after a certain point in that game, I was like, there really ain't much more to say. Kyna is whooping that Hind.
Bro, I would be losing my mind if it wasn't for the fact that I'm thinking about, all right, I'm gonna have to watch this replay later and figure out how Kyna plays this weapon. And I think anyone that plays Axe or Hammer is thinking the exact same thing. But I want to look at this accuracy. Kyna has an accuracy of 58% on light attacks. That might sound low, but considering how much you bait and miss attacks in Brawlhalla, I mean, 58% is insane.
Yeah.
That's so high.
Especially
for some of the most accurate players. Some of the most accurate players in the game will have a light attack accuracy of like 38 or like 40.
And it's like, you know, as far as like basic, you know, reading comprehension and mathematics go, 58% says, hey, he hits more often than he doesn't. You know, like.
I mean, you don't need anything more than that, do you?
It's more than flipping a coin. He's more accurate than that. Oh man.
All right,
oh my
SAC.
God.
What is there left to do at this point? It looks like Kyna is just. It is even. This is the most even start that SAC has been able to pull off so far. But Kyna is going to be able to close that stock off with a hammer. Sair sticking to the axe now.
And I think that the most annoying part about Kyna is that he finds KOs with generally really quick, safe options that, you know, sometimes you're playing someone and you're like, oh my God, how do
he chase dodged that?
He's getting murdered over here. Like, just, like SAC is getting absolutely destroyed by Kyna, and it's like, even if it was close, how does he find the KO? Kyna finds the knockout.
Bro,
with
he
the basic
chase
tools.
dodged. He chase dodged a nair. He got a dare, and to catch a landing, he chase dodged nairs. He's doing the kind of options that players wouldn't think of if they were using the frame tool in training mode. This is insane, but SAC is somehow able to keep up. I mean, he's all the way down in red. He's able to take that stock off. He has the Katars. It's definitely doable. But he's actually able to pick up that dodge as well. Able to pick up the nair. Able to pick up the recovery. SAC?
Ooh.
All right.
Gravity cancel Ensig? No, not gonna go for it. And looks like a sneaky recovery by Kyna, but he just picks up an axe and N-lights, Polly. That's all he has to do. Every time he gets a KO, it's an N-light or a D-light. He got one with like a Sair or something. Sometimes he throws out a Teros down sig, but they just come so easily to him. It never looks like he's struggling to find a knockout.
Able to find the side light. Nair tries to go for the extension, but it's not going to be connecting. Patrolling the ground here, he's able to find another combo into the landing read. D-light not going to be connecting. SAC doesn't know where to move.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh, nice reversal. Okay, that's going to be the stock. Still in the game.
Barely. Already down 0-2 in the set. SAC has to pull out a crazy stock here to go ahead and stay relevant in this one. And Kyna's looking to close this one out. N-light Nair now Kyna can N-light, and I think it'll be enough to KO, especially in the corner. SAC has to be careful. A D-light will probably do it here as well. Tries to go for the Sair, it's not going to connect. N-light, that's it.
SAC trying to stay patient. The N-light, there it is. Kyna in probably the most dominant fashion that we have seen for the entire tournament, other than use. But I mean, even then, Kyna, I mean, this is a different level. He's going to be claiming that spot in top 8, righteously so, might I add.